Good morning. And today we are going to apply things that we've learned about slope, the x-intercept, the y-intercept, to word problems in the real world. In this case scenario, we've got a person named Vilgot who made a hat, then a scarf, and he graphed the relationship between the total weight in grams, and that would be over there the total weight in grams of the yarn he'd used. That would be the base, that would be on the x-axis on the bottom here. With the length in centimeters of the scarf. So the longer the scarf, the more yarn used. As you can see, as you go up to 300 centimeters, a longer scarf, then you're obviously going to be using more yarn. That's what's called a direct relationship. It's direct because the more yarn uses, the more length of a scarf, the more yarn you use. It's kind of logical. But what feature on the graph represents how much of the yarn will get used for the hat? Not for the scarf, but for the hat. So because he has made a hat and then a scarf, what point do we start at and where would that be? So everybody go ahead and not only show the point on the graph, but write a little explanation. So here's one answer that one student says, Emily, I think that the x-intercept, because that point represents how much yarn was used for the hat, and everything after it is how much was used for the scarf. Well, there you go. Because the x-axis represents the amount of yarn used, and it starts with, well, just a little less than 100, it means that there's already been a little less than 100 used, and the rest gets used by for the scarf. And that's exactly right, Emily. It is the x-intercept. That is our answer. And again, we want to get to our breakout rooms as soon as possible, so I'm going to go through another question pretty quick here. Which feature of the graph represents how tall the cactus was when Lauren planted it? And remember, Lauren graphed the relationship between how many days had passed, and that would be on the x-axis. The amount of days that have since planting, it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. How many days have passed since you planted a cactus and its height? So what's going on at 0? At 0, no days have passed and it's already 10 centimeters high. Now, why is that? Well, because cactus had some height. It was small, but 10 centimeters high, but it was a little baby cactus right here. And that's what it looked like when it got planted. But how do we tell what feature of the graph represents how tall the cactus was when she planted it? Well, where is that point? What is that point? Is it slope? Is it y-intercept or x-intercept? What does that point tell us right here? Make sure you take notes on this one. I've already put the arrow to that point, and that indicates that this is a place where we look at the features of the graph represent how tall the cactus was when it was planted. Well, these are the days since planting. At 0, right? If we look at the 0 day, the point when it was planted, that is the point when it was planted. And what kind of intercept is that? Well, this is the y-axis, and this is the x-axis, and this is when the line crosses the y-axis. So this is the y-intercept. So please take these notes for credit. Please take these notes, and I'll be going around the room to give you credit for what you got. So the y-intercept is here. It's the point. It's at 10. It's at 0 for x, 10 for y, and that is our y-intercept. The cactus was 10 centimeters when it was first planted, and that is our answer right here. That is our answer. So I'm going to double circle it or triple it and maybe put a star beside it. Our y-intercept is our place. So going around the room, giving credit where credit is due, let's get on to our Nearpod, and hopefully you guys have got this. All right, so let's go around the room one more time. Let's see what we got. Let's see if everybody's following Theo's directions. Good job, Molly. We've got the answer as well as a point. It's actually 0, 10, but you're on the right track. We'll give that to you. So Molly's got it. We also have Beck O'Hara, as we said before. Good job. And over here, nice job on this one, Angel. The y-intercept shows the height, and then 0, 10 is that point. It means it was 10 centimeters when it started. Similarly, Carlos has corrected his at 0, 10. Carlos, I think that's what you meant to say. I think it might just be hard to read, but I think it looks like 0, 0, but I think you meant 0, 10. Xavier, nice job looking at that. Look at the arrow, look at the answer, put the point down. All these things, the details are all there. They're all important. Make sure you get that down. So good job. We have good participation in that. It is time. I think you know where we're headed. But just to make sure you know where we're headed, I just wanted to point out on Google Classroom, what you should see right here is week 9. There are actually 2 assignments related to this, and they are right here and here. So don't forget, on week 9, don't forget to get those assignments done by next class. Do you have to get 100%? No, but do the best you can. If you don't score too well, don't forget support classes are there to help you, and the videos. There'll be another video related to this class, everything we've done in this class. That'll be coming right up. That'll be on there. Don't forget all the videos. These are the quizzes and tests. If you've fallen behind and haven't got a good grade on these, keep doing those. So there's plenty of work this week, guys. There's plenty of work to do. Nothing short. And then don't forget your video recordings here. They're right here. And I will raise those up just because they're so important. So plenty to do, lots of fun to be had. And I encourage you to do the best you can in class, and you are, many of you doing really well. But also come to support class. It's coming right up. And, you know, it's not, unfortunately, it's not optional for many of you. But for those of you who have the option of doing it, I think it's a great idea. I mean, tie things up. Why not get everything done and then move on to other subjects? So it's a great opportunity before, basically, right after lunch, to just tie things up. By 12:30, you'll be done all your homework. It should be awesome. Okay, guys, I don't want to keep you too much longer, but thank you very much. Are there any questions before we go? Any questions before we go? Fantastic. Excellent work, guys. Have a good day. Any questions?